So what I like to do is take out all these mounting holding for the I/O bracket. Now what we got as well to take off is right here. Now you gotta want to make sure you put the screws in a nice safe location. Mark them down however you want to mark them down. So that way they go back into the original spots. Now, the last screws you want to take off are going to be the actual retentioner screws. So these are spring-loaded screws for the actual core itself. That will be the last one you take off. And we're just going to go through, take off all these screws. Now this has already been no power limit mod. I'm just going to clean it up a bit. Show people a little bit about no power limit mods. The way I like to do no power limit mods. And you don't even have to do no power limit mods on all the cards. You can do a BIOS flash, but if you don't like doing that kind of thing and you're good at soldering, then a hard limit or a hardware no power limit mod is a way to go. And there are ways to do it, multiple different ways. There's 2 different ways actually that I know of. I like to do it the way I do it because you can recover the resistors very easily off a whole bunch of different kind of motherboards and GPUs. So you can always get a lot of them. And it's very, very safe to do as long as you know how to do some soldering. So this does have a lot of screws to hold this on. So what I'm going to do is show you. So this takes apart the whole thing, not just the cooler. The cooler more or less is going to be with these 4 screws. Now there's another mounting bracket underneath this that I'll show you that all these screws are holding on to. And you just gotta double check to make sure all the screws are out. As you can see, all those screws are out now. Now we got these last, well, sorry, one more. Good thing I was looking. You got these 4 screws here. We're gonna take those off. And we're gonna take them off slowly. So just do 1 full turn on every single screw until it's loose. And that will be good there. Go all the way onto this side. Take that one all the way out. Do a little bit on that one and a little bit on this one until it's out. That way you can just evenly pressure it. So that way, guarantee you're not cracking the die. That's the main thing you don't want to do is crack the die. And take off the SLI cover off of this as well. And now we can take off the PCB. So when we pull that off, voila. The connector for the actual fans is very easy off this for the 4-pin header. So this is very easy to do. But since we took apart all these screws off of there, see how we have this plate here? This is what we got to take off to do the no power limit mod, is this cover off of this GPU. Not all GPUs have this, by the way. So since there is thermal pads, it's a little sticky. Give it a little pull, and voila, we got la PCB. And there's the bracket with all those thermal pads. Yeah, put that off to the side. Keep it up somewhere so it doesn't get dirty. There's our cooler. Yeah, clean up all that thermal paste. Clean up all the thermal paste off of the core. So, go clean up the core first. Clean up the actual cold plate. There we go. You can see a little bit of the outline of the core there. This is a very old GPU. It does get hot, so you might see a little bit of the core. And here we go. This is just a 2 GB card, by the way. I'll show you the no power limit mod here in a second. Now, I'm not doing a shunt mod any other way besides this. I'm using 2R2 or 2.2 ohm resistors that I am piggybacking on top of the existing resistors. So we will be using some no clean flux paste, 8341. It's a good recommended flux paste to use, no clean flux. We are going to need some extremely pointy needle nose tweezers. And we don't need a whole lot of flux on this. Soldering iron is all heated up, ready to go. It's been pre-tinned, so what I'm going to do is clean up the tin. I do have to grab my brass scrub, though. One tip you should know is you should always tin your tips after you're done soldering for storage. That way the solder will stick to the actual tip afterwards. And then you just grab one of these, clean it up real good. So that way there's a little bit less onto it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Voila. Now, what I'm going to be doing is fixing up a couple of these to make them look pretty. And I completely desoldered this one. Voila. Probably not. Like, soldering them on once you, again, applied the flux and all that. It's not too hard. It doesn't take long. I am fairly quick at it now. And yeah, it's fairly small stuff. What can I do for a reference on how small those are? Like these little bad boys here. What we're talking about. Very small. But yeah, this is the way I like to do it. Now, you don't have to do all three. So I like to do 1, 2, and 3. All three of them again. 1, 2, and 3 around the voltage controller. Now, what each one of these do is one of these might go to the PCI Express slot. One might go to this 8-pin power connector, and the other one goes to the 6-pin power connector. Now, you don't have to do them all. If you don't want to do the PCI Express, you'll have to figure out, and what you can do is follow a trace over to the PCI Express, but you can do trial and error too. I like to do all three. So again, I like to do all three of them, just so that way it guarantees that there's going to be no power limit on anything. Your PCI Express is only going to give you up to 75 watts through your motherboard anyways. It's still going to have a limit on that, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like it's going to pull 200 watts through your PCI Express, even though your power is only reading 1 watt. It's not going to pull more than what the PCI Express will give it. So that's why I don't mind doing all three. And it's fairly easy to do. That's all you got to do.